What's a thing you strongly dislike about Reddit? Everyone here with opinions about what's wrong with the concept of Reddit, so I'll chime in with what's wrong with actual Reddit. The search function is useless. I'm a lawyer. I see a lot of very authoritative, highly upvoted posts here that are very incorrect. I also see a lot of misinformation being parroted in the comments. In the past, I've tried to correct it, but people will argue with me and tell me I'm the idiot. How they keep changing the ads to look more and more like real posts. When I come late to a post and I see deleted everywhere, just ducking delete it completely then and stop making me curious about what top comment said. I can't think of the right word, but it's especially seen in subs like Ramathias Hole and relationship advice. The people on there just think in a way that's completely unrealistic and not at all like the real world. Like yeah, you can have your opinions and shit, but almost everything I see is absurd because that's just not how people in real life think and act. Reddit tends to promote extreme opinions by people with no real experience. It's great for memes and interesting tidbits but an awful place to get advice or perspective on anything important. The increasing number of clickbait titles. That ducking glitch with the inbox where it doesn't show the correct number of unread comments. Everyone seems to bear an equally weighted opinion. If you're qualified to write in something, but the armchair internet experts think you're wrong and/or they don't like it, then you may as well not have added to the discussion at all. I hate that so many Redditors are obsessed with Reddit itself and its mechanics, as in a lot of comedy pages and memes are just about upvotes, cake day, not having the karma to post in places. I don't find it clever or meta, it's just boring. Picture of sad baby Yoda Munayos no karma but wants cake day dudes then throw in 1,000 people shamelessly reposting that meme across a bunch of different subs. It seems like everything gets watered down by people addicted to karma. Edit grammar. On mobile app, unable to sort notifications by read unread. If all the notifications have been read, it will still show that there are unread notifications. Award ceremony speeches for getting gold or a ton of upvotes on a comment. It used to be fine but I'm so tired of the kind stranger thing. When a post that could elicit some interesting responses has nothing but puns, dick jokes, pop culture references or references to pop culture references in past threads as the top comments. The hive mentality. The fact that it's a massive echo chamber. The I'm so quirky and original because Reddit people. Sob story headlines, and just downright lazy pics on our pics that get upvoted like crazy. Posts that shit on Facebook. That when you block someone they can still reply and see your activity. It makes no sense. Emo needs to be more like other social platforms where if you're blocked you can't see them at all. People on here are very uncreative with their jokes and very repetitive. Try and say something funny instead of repeating "did you break your arms" or "I also choose this guy's wife." Edit. Thanks for the gold kind strangers. You don't need to edit your comment thanking them for giving you an award. I can't stand two things. First is the fake humility "here's a thing I made or did" followed by "it's not much but." Drives me nuts. And came here to say that you can't have an opinion that's contrary to the majority. Not even on unpopular opinion. Obvious one, people who repost and claim to be original. Sometimes I write a thoughtful comment with a different perspective, and it starts an interesting conversation. Most of the time, comment is either ignored, downvoted with no explanation, or I get called every insult you can think of for not being in sync with the Reddit hive mind. The echo chamber mentality and the mods who go on power trips. Also the Reddit admins' unwillingness to equally enforce their own rules. After a while, I get tired of seeing all the sex-oriented AskReddit posts. The ducking repetitive comments. Always the same fucking comments. Also edited comments thanking someone for gold. Fuck you. There is so much I hate about the threads on Reddit. So much I hate about internet culture in general. The fact that one person's ignorance carries equal weight to another's expertise. How disorganized the comment chains still are. Where, you can barely tell when a new comment starts. Reddit, for duck's sakes, just make the borderlines bold so we can tell. Otherwise, it looks like one really long list of comments. The new design of the comments section for Android users. No, I don't want to see everyone's picture by their username. And no, I don't like having the voting buttons on the left side of the screen now. I really don't like how there are a lot of one-uppers here. For example, in a thread about useless facts, I said Tolkien died in 1973, 1 ring to rule them, 9 for mortal men doomed to die. Someone commented, "Yay, but that's not the order that Tolkien wrote in." It's like people always have to point out some irrelevant nonsense, and I don't know if they do it because they want to genuinely educate people or they want to point out something to make themselves feel smart. I feel like it's the latter. How everyone thinks they're an expert and far more intelligent than the average Reddit user. This comment has been deleted by the moderators. People being mean for sport. We have the opportunity to reach out to strangers and we, as a community, use it to eat up goodness and shit out misplaced anger. Not a Redditor, but when I can exactly predict the always-on funny joke responses. He said worst, not best, blah blah blah. They never made a Last Airbender movie. Always the same, never funny. Vailp. I feel kinda sad when in this subreddit the good questions I want to participate in have already like 3.0k comments and I never get to join or share things. Force jokes and puns to farm karma. Repost 1,251,342 for karma. Internet white knights. Subreddit bubbles without discussions and controversy. Accidentally posing users just for attention. Chain comments that continually circle jerk a certain reference until it actually makes me consider necrobe. I just wish people on Reddit would be nicer to each other. Lol. When you answer a question and someone else responds with source. Bitch, look it up, I'm not a librarian. I once posted a YouTube link in response to one of those and the guy told me he didn't like videos and preferred articles. Oh sorry buddy. Let me devote the rest of my day to Googling that for you. The phoniness of it all, thinking of you in this trying time, kind neighbor to some username from across the globe. Some people have interesting stories, but stop with the so virtuous nonsense please. How rude people can be if they disagree with you. There is a horrible hive mind mentality. For example, Trump is only considered a bad president because the media tells you he is. Vitriolic hate for the other political party, especially amongst those who lean left and unironically see themselves as the superior, rational ones and can't even be bothered with Republicans. RNSMH. The people who like hating on women and the LGBT community, and if you mention it you get downvoted to hell. If you even say you support the LGBT community or are part of it, Teresa, big chance you get people screaming at you if it isn't in an LGBT-themed subreddit. If you mention you like the idea of the real definition of feminism, people think you're a radical crazy one. If you say you don't like it, you'll be told to go to Twitter and Tumblr. Just don't be a dick, it isn't that hard. Lamau. Being banned for not being a mindless follower of the hive mind. There are a lot of power-hungry, emotionally fragile moderators out there. Quarantine subreddit. What is this, communist China? If you say something that's your own opinion, you'll get rich pretty quick with downvotes. How easily this site accepts casual racism, so long as it goes along with the hive mind, because haha memes. That almost everyone on Reddit is a leftist. Is Trump perfect? Not at all. No POTUS is. But the dude could literally cure cancer and some leftist would criticize it. Gets old. The guy has done some good things. He's received praise from the WHO for his handling of this COVID crap. Yet everyone wants to blame him for the spread while they sit shoulder to shoulder in Starbucks. And really, what can a president do about face mask and hand sanitizer production? What can he do about restriction of movement without becoming literally Hitler? Nothing. We have a large, relatively free country. To have that, some risk is involved. A pandemic strikes at the heart of that risk.